Subject: urgent wrongful termination of coverage, demand for immediate reinstatement, proof of notice and executive escalation review to Blue Cross Blue Shield West Billing Department, grievance appeals, and executive escalations. My name is Jeremy Cooper. This is a formal dispute and demand letter regarding the termination, cancellation of my health insurance coverage for alleged non-payment. I am writing this from the hospital during an active medical crisis. I have just been informed I have cancer, leukemia, and I was canceled the same day I learned this. The timing and the way this was handled is unacceptable, dangerous, and it is now creating a life-threatening interruption of care. I am demanding an immediate supervisor, level review, and a written response with proof of every step Blue Cross Blue Shield claims it took before terminating my policy. I am also demanding an expedited reinstatement review due to the urgent medical harm this cancellation is causing. One, I dispute that proper notice was prove ID'd before termination. Blue Cross Blue Shield is claiming I was contacted and/or properly warned prior to cancellation. I dispute that. I did not receive a clear, effective, and understandable notice that my coverage would be terminated on a specific date, unless payment was received by a specific deadline. If you claim notice was provided, then provide documented proof. I am demanding copies of every notice and proof showing the exact notices sent: past, due notice, intent to cancel notice, termination notice, reinstatement, denial notice, etc. The date each notice was created, the date each notice was sent, and the effective termination date you relied on the method of delivery used for each notice: mail, online portal, email, phone, text, or other, the address, email portal account used, and confirmation it was the correct one on file, any call logs, agent notes, recordings, or outbound contact records if you claim you called or attempted to contact me, the exact policy provisions you are relying on to justify termination, and the exact timeline you claim was followed. I am not accepting vague statements like "we called" or "we sent a notice." If you claim it happened, then prove it with documentation. 2, payment handling: you attempted to take money and then returned it. My bank records show an attempted withdrawal and then a return. Reversal: I had funds available. I am demanding a written explanation of whether the reversal was initiated by BCBS or by the bank, the reason the payment was returned, reverse the exact date, time the payment attempt occurred, and the exact date, time it was reversed, what steps BCBS took to notify me immediately so I could correct it before termination, why BCBS did not accept payment when funds were available and I was willing to pay. This is not a situation where I refuse to pay. When I find out payment is needed, I pay. I have a history of paying when I am made aware. If BCBS rejected payment while I had funds available, that requires a clear written explanation and immediate correction. 3, my medical and mental health conditions were known. You do not get to take advantage of that. I have serious medical issues and documented mental health challenges that affect memory and executive functioning. I have communicated that I need clear billing reminders and direct, understandable communication to avoid missed payments. I have also been hospitalized repeatedly and am currently in the hospital now. BCBS is attempting to treat a medical crisis and disability-related limitations as a reason to drop coverage instead of assisting with a reasonable process to keep coverage active. That is not acceptable. This is a healthcare plan. This is not a luxury service. This is life and death. I am demanding that BCBS treat this as an urgent, expedited matter due to active cancer diagnosis, hospitalization, and the immediate harm caused by canceled coverage. 4, I am being told to go through the state, but I do not qualify. That does not fix your error. Your representatives are telling me to go through the state. I make too much money to qualify for state assistance. That is not a solution, and it does not excuse improper termination, lack of notice, or mishandled payment processing. You cannot push me into a gap in coverage and then act like that is normal. I am dealing with leukemia, cancer, and urgent medical care. I cannot wait around for a new plan and brand, new doctors while my health is on the line. 5, legal, regulatory compliance: you must identify the rules you claim you follow depending on the type of plan. Termination for non-payment is governed by specific rules and timelines. If BCBS believes it complied with all applicable requirements, then you must identify what rules apply to my policy and show compliance. For example, Federal ACA Marketplace grace period rules may apply in certain situations. See 45 CFR 156.270 and require specific handling of non-payment and termination timelines. If you claim these rules do not apply to my plan, then state clearly why and identify what rules do apply. https www.ecfr.gov. Current title 45 subtitle a subchapter Bob Part 1 156 Subpart C, Section 156.270 Illinois insurance law also contains notice and grace period provisions that may apply, depending on the policy type, including 215 ILCS 5/143.16, notice timing language often cited for cancellation for non-payment, and 215 ILCS 5/3 57.4 grace period provisions. If BCBS claims compliance, then identify which Illinois provisions apply to my policy and provide proof of compliance. https://www.ilga.gov. Documents, legislation, ILCS, Documents 20, 1,500,050K 143.16. HTM https www.ilga.gov. Documents, legislation, ILCS Documents 20, 1,500,050K 357.4 HTM. I am not asking for opinions. I am demanding the written compliance trail, notices, dates, delivery method, and the policy, legal basis. 6. Demand immediate reinstatement review plus supervisor contact with authority because this cancellation is actively harming my ability to receive urgent cancer care and maintain continuity of treatment. I demand the following within 24 hours: written confirmation that my coverage is reinstated, Oregon written confirmation that my case is in an expedited reinstatement review with a specific timeline for decision, a direct call from a supervisor, manager with authority to reinstate coverage. Not a call, center script, and not a representative who cannot make decisions, written proof of all notices, billing actions, and policy provisions relied upon to terminate coverage, written instructions for the fastest reinstatement path, exact amount due, exact due date, and the exact same day payment method that will be accepted, immediately written confirmation of whether BCBs will honor continuity of care during the review, so I am not forced to change doctors mid-crisis if BCBs is claiming I failed to pay. Then accept payment immediately and reinstate coverage immediately, or provide the documented proof of why you refused payment and why termination was lawful. 7. Escalation. I will file formal complaints and pursue all remedies if this is not fixed. If BCBS refuses to correct this promptly, I will file formal complaints with the Illinois Department of Insurance and pursue all available legal remedies. I am preserving evidence including termination letters and envelopes, if mailed, portal screenshots showing coverage status and dates, bank statements showing attempted withdrawal and reversal, billing statements and payment history, hospitalization records and diagnosis documentation, communication logs and phone records showing lack of contact. Illinois Department of Insurance Complaint Portal, https://idoiillinois.gov. Consumers. File a complaint. HTML. This is now a documented dispute. If BCBs continues to claim contact occurred when it did not, or continues to refuse to correct a wrongful termination, that will be addressed through regulatory and legal channels. 8. Required response. Respond in writing with the official reason for termination, the termination effective date, copies of all notices and proof of delivery, proof of any claimed phone contact attempts, the full billing ledger for the last several months, explanation of the payment reversal. Return the exact steps to reinstate immediately. I expect a response that is complete and documented, not a generic paragraph, not a scripted denial. Sincerely, Jeremy Cooper and Jennifer Cooper. Call me 309-323-1712. Talk to a real human.